Hi everyone, long time no see. So I think the basic, most easy way of explaining my absence this time would be reading slump. I finished Am I Normal Yet by Holly Bourne. Can't remember whether I talked about that anywhere or not, but I absolutely loved it. And then I didn't read anything for about 10 days. I didn't even try and read anything for about 10 days. I didn't want to listen to my audiobook. I really wasn't into that at all. I wasn't interested in my Kindle book. They were both books that I was reading around the time that we lost our dog, and I just really didn't want to pick up something that kind of took me back to that time. I wasn't into them at all, and so I just didn't read anything. Played plenty of GTA, not played it for years, and started playing that again. I played The Sims a bit. I just played random games on my phone a lot. I didn't really do anything. I was kind of just zoned out of the world. I wasn't even watching BookTube for a good week of the time that I was off. So, since then I've managed to get back into my reading, sort of. I think I'm nearly there. I've come up with a plan for that. And also, I've also had a little think about what I want to do with my channel and how I want to make it like regular again, because it's been all over the place since I gave up my every other day uploading. And I've established from my week of daily uploading that is not for me. That is a lot of work, and it's just not a position I'm in right now. While working full-time, trying to upload daily was just like, oh my goodness, hard work. Uploading every other day did work for me, but I do want to upload a little bit more than that. So I've come up with an upload schedule that will allow me to upload 4 times a week. And I'm going to see how that goes for me. So to take away the strain a little bit, every Sunday I will have a weekly reading vlog go up. That will be almost like my weekly reading wrap up. I'm going to try and keep it very book orientated rather than just start doing other stuff. I mean, if I'm having a week where I'm in a bit of a slump, maybe I'll put other stuff in it, because otherwise there's just going to be like nothing. But otherwise, it's going to be very much how I feel about this book that I'm reading, what I've just finished, what I want to start, etc, etc. So that's going to go up every Sunday. Then I'm going to upload videos on Tuesdays. I haven't decided what's going to be uploaded when yet, but I really like the idea of doing a weekly book haul, because I get quite a lot. On a bad month, I get quite a lot of books a week. NetGalley books especially, although I have cut down a lot this month because with the reading slump I've also not been getting any books. So I'm thinking most weeks I will have something to show you, and the weeks where I haven't, maybe I can like do a tag, because I don't do tags very often. But yeah, I'm thinking that might go up on Tuesdays, or I might do it on Thursdays. Bit unsure right now. So that's that. On top of that, as I said, I'm going to upload Thursdays. So again, I'm not sure what's going to be going up Thursdays. If it isn't the book hauls, then it might be recommendations or kind of just fun bookish ideas, or you know, like discussions, whatever. And then Saturday's going to be my other upload day. And again, I'm not sure what's going to go on that day yet. I might do reviews. I'm not sure whether to still do individual reviews or not. I haven't decided. So that might be Saturdays, or otherwise one of my other ideas. I've always got a list of ideas of videos, so I can't see it being an issue. I don't think I'm going to run out of ideas for content. So that's my plan. Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays every week. So that means that every weekend there is a video on a Saturday and a Sunday. But I can cope with that, that's fine, since one of them is a vlog. So I can do that. Now, to sort out the reading slump side of things, I have totally overhauled my Kindle. I've taken off almost everything. I've only got 11 books on it right now, and I've made a new folder called TBR. And in that folder I've got 11 books that were like already on my Kindle that I am most excited about. So there's probably some books I own that I'm more excited for than any of those 11, but they're in this, which I'll go on to more about in a minute. So those 11 books, the ones that I felt genuine excitement for, and I could have easily picked any of them up, because the last few days I've managed to, by doing that, get myself to read 3 of those books. And they were all really quite short ones. They were the Harry Potter Pottermore ones. So they helped me just get back into reading. They all took like less than an hour each to read. But by doing that, it's helped me get back into my reading, and it's also helped me get into an Instagram pattern. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I recommend you doing so, because I'm tracking my reading on there as equally as Goodreads. So every time I start a book, I take a picture, whether it be on my Kindle, whether it be a physical book, and I put it on my stories. So you will see what books I'm starting there and when. And then when I finish the book, I put up a mini review, and again, the same picture of the cover on my Instagram page. And that's working really well for me, and I've always been really bad at remembering to use Instagram, so this is a great way of me getting to use it. I'm hoping to throw in some other posts along the way, but for now this is just a great way of making sure that I'm going on it pretty much almost daily right now, to be honest. So if you're not following me on Instagram, the link is in the description down below, check that out. So now to the other thing I want to do in this video, which is top up my Kindle a little bit. With using the TBR bag, I've always wanted to have 20 books to choose from. And as I said, I've got 11 in that folder right now. So I'm going to pick out 9 books right now to then show you that I'm going to be adding to my TBR. And I love this. It's so exciting. If you haven't met this TBR bag before, ignore the fact that it's just a giant Tesco bag. But it is like 3/4. Let me see if I can get this angle. 3/4 full of bits of paper of every single Kindle book, NetGalley book that I own, that I've paid for anyway. I've started throwing some classics in there here and there, but there's not many in there yet, but I'm going to add more as time goes on. And I stopped using it earlier this year because I wanted to prioritise my NetGalley reads. But that, if I hit a bad read, puts me into such a reading slump, and I've spent a lot of the last year or so in quite a reading slump. So I want to find some fun again. So I'm hoping to pick some good ones out. And if I do pick out some duds, it doesn't matter because I've still got 11 great books on there. And every time, I'm not sure whether every Sunday with my vlog to pick out some more books to bump it up to 20, or whether to make it like a monthly TBR thing. Not sure on that yet. If you've got an opinion either way, drop me a comment down below. Let me know which you would rather see. But yeah, I'm just going to pick out some books now, and then I will look them up and tell you what each one's about. So for now, I'm just going to pick them out. Then I will look at them one by one, and we'll see what we've got. And if we've got any that sort of get affected by series or whatever, like say if I pulled the 3rd book out in a series, but I've not read the first 2, that would be 3 books all in one. So I might end up over 20. Meanwhile, if I pull out a book I've already read before, because that might happen, because I've not updated this bag in ages, because who wants to dive through all those, we'll just pick out another one. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. So 12, 13. We'll get one from the bottomish area. 14, 15, 16. We'll take one from the side sort of area. Oh, I've got 2. Forget it, we'll just have them both. 17, 18, 19, 20. I challenge you, by the way, to try and find someone in the world with a bigger, like, actual TBR bag than me. I mean, most people have jars. This started off as a bucket, it's now a bag. I hope it doesn't get, like, sack size. So I'm just going to pick up the first one in front of me here. Let's see what we have got. This one's one that I added recently, actually, because I've had to upload the bag. Oh, let me just get comfy. That doesn't work at all for an angle. Because I've had to update the bag because I hadn't added much to it at all this year. I've just added a load in bulk, and this is actually one of those. So it's one that I've picked up relatively recently on NetGalley, and it's called The Poison Bed by E.C. Fremantle. I'm just going to have a look what it's about. Is Goodreads being slow? Oh, my internet, come on. Right, The Poison Bed. This is a historical fiction mystery novel. And it came out on the 14th of June this year, so I'm not too late with this one. In the autumn of 1615. Ooh. Celebrated couple imprisoned on suspicion of murder. Some believe she's innocent, some think that she's wicked or insane. King suspects them. Who's telling the truth? I like the look of this. Good pick for number 1. Right, next. Ooh! So this is the one that I've had of NetGalley for a while. And I'm not sure what the book's about, but I do recognise the author, so I'm just going to look it up. This is The Homecoming by Stacie Ramey. I read and reviewed Stacie Ramey's, was it debut novel? Maybe, maybe not. The Sister Pact. It's actually had quite a lot of views on here, and I didn't expect that it ever would. I thought it was a really unknown book, but people have checked it out, so maybe people will be interested in this one too. When I can find it on Goodreads. Why can't I find you? Oh, I spelt your name wrong. I know that I did get the second book in the series to the one I've just mentioned, but I don't think this one's it. Oh, it is. Oh, is it? Let's check out the series link. If not, it's definitely in the same world. I'm not sure is the answer after all of that. But it's definitely in the same world otherwise. It's definitely got the same characters. Definitely eager to read this one. So that is 2 great picks in a row. Let's see what the next one is. One I've not heard of. It's another NetGalley one though. And this is Woman of the Hour by Jane Lythell. This came out in 2016 and doesn't have many ratings. So hopefully if I get to this one I can give it a bit of a boost if it's a good one. Certainly an interesting one. Something to do with TV and bringing real life stories to the viewers. So like reality TV, the woman that works there could lose her job and there's some trust issues. I don't really know. It's, you know, got an ugly cover, but I quite like the idea of the plot. So that one doesn't look too bad a pick either. I hope these don't all end up being NetGalley picks. This bag is full of books that I've bought for my Kindle that I haven't read. It'd be nice to get a bit of a mix of both. Oh, one of the first books I ever bought for my Kindle. Well, I say one of the first books. The first books I added to this bag were ones that I'd bought on my Kindle. And I'm not sure what number it goes up to, but this was the 470th book I bought. And it's called When I Wasn't Watching by Michelle Kelly. So let's look this up. This is a thriller. The excitement. I've got genuine excitement. It's not got bad ratings. So a child's been abducted and murdered, and I don't want to look into it more than that. Thriller, don't want to, you know, take any risks there, but I am excited for this one. And the fact that this one I actually bought, I've just got what I wished for a second ago, which is something that I've paid for. Let's see what else we have got here. This is such an exciting way to pick books, although if I don't read them, it'll be bad. Deadly Ties. To anyone who's been paying attention, by the way, any books that I'd picked out previously when doing this, I've actually just re-added back to the bag. Some of them I was still a little bit interested in. I just made sure I kept my picks to, like, you know, ones I was most excited for. Oh, it's Maggie Thom, not Maggie Thorne. I can't read my own writing. And this is another NetGalley book that I got. And this is also a psychological thriller. And it's about someone who went to jail for murder, but the wrong murder. And that's all I know. As I said, it's thriller, so I'm not going to look into it more than that. Let's see what we have next. I can't read my own writing. It looks like it says A Pair of Docks. Let's see if that's what it's actually called. Oh no, I've got it right. This is A Pair of Docks by Jennifer Ellis. This is another NetGalley book, so I'm not getting quite the even spread that I'd like between NetGalley and Kindle, but never mind. This is a YA sci-fi fantasy weird time travel-y book by the looks of it. Looks a bit strange. Has very good ratings though, so while I'm not totally enthusiastic, the ratings make me a little bit happier. Let's see what we have next. Oh, we have a book that I bought last year, which is by an author I discovered from reading a book of hers on NetGalley, J.A. Jance. So this is Hand of Evil. This author does have quite a lot of books that are in series, so I'm not sure whether this one's going to be part of a series or not. Yes, it is. It's from the same series that I'd read a book from. That's good then. I wonder if I own the first two or not. Because if I do, I can also add those to my TBR. So these are mystery books anyway, so I don't know an awful lot about the actual series itself. The one I read was like a novella between certain books. With it being a mystery, I'm sure it probably doesn't matter whether I read them in order or not, but if I do own the first two, I would rather read those first. So let me just have a look and see if Goodreads thinks I own them or not. So the first book is Edge of Evil and the second is Web of Evil, and then I just picked out Hand of Evil. So Edge of Evil, shelved as to read, doesn't really help me. I've got such pins and needles right now. Didn't realise this video was going to be so long. Now let's check my Amazon account then. Don't own it. Not going to buy it just for this because that would be naughty. So that doesn't matter. And since I don't own the first, I won't worry about getting my hands on the second. I'll just read just this third one. It's fine, it's a mystery book, it won't matter. So let's see what we have next. This is one of the ones that I pulled out where two were hooked together. This is a NetGalley book that I've had since 2015. The Incredible Adventures of Cinnamon Girl. Let's have a look. By Melissa Keil. Oh, I remember picking this one up. This is a YA contemporary novel. Don't know an awful lot. Let's have a look at the ratings. 3.5, 4, 3, 5, 5, 5. Loads of people have got it on their TBR still. Other people I trust, 5, 5, 4. This might be a good read even though I don't have a clue what it is. I've had it that long. And let's see what this final one is. Another NetGalley book. So out of all of these, I only pulled out, was it 2 books that I bought? Never mind. This one is Dear Nobody. So Dear Nobody is the true diary of Mary Rose by Gillian, McCain and Legs McNeil. And this is a YA contemporary about someone who'd got a teen diary. Okay, not many reviews to go from, but the people that have rated it liked it, so that one might be a good pick too. So some of these I'd heard of, some of these I haven't. Quite a few of these I'm very excited for. If you've read any of these, let me know in the comments down below, especially the ones that I'm not too sure about. Give me that boost. I don't know whether I'll be hitting any of these straight away or whether I'll work on some of the other 11 that I've got on my Kindle just while I try and get out the slump a bit more. But this is still like exciting for me. It's nice to be kind of going about things a bit differently and feeling more fresh about things. So I am happy. I hope you've enjoyed this update. I hope by the time I've edited this, it'll be a lot shorter than what it currently says because it thinks I've been filming for nearly 23 minutes. So hopefully you haven't got 23 minutes worth of video here, but if it has been quite a long one, thank you so much for sticking to the end. And yeah, just thank you so much for watching, even though I've been a bit flaky recently. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the image of me if you want to see more book reviews and other bookish content from me. Remember to check out my Instagram if you want to follow my reading live, and again Goodreads as well if you want to follow me there, because that will give you an idea of whether my reading's going well or not, because when my reading goes bad, my uploading goes bad, and when my reading's good, my uploading's good. So if you notice I'm not reading much, you can note and not expect me to stick to my new schedule. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.